All right, so Patrick Queen used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. He now plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He recently appeared on a podcast, and I don't have the name of it in front of me, or I would give the person credit. The credit is given in the item at PFT. Here he is on why he decided to ultimately sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From all the 15 teams that I was getting talked to, it came down to 5 at the end. So it was just 5 teams in a mix. Some of them was offering some 17s, and then it was just after that, it was just do I have a chance to either go win or I have a chance to get paid? And for me, the difference was 4 or 5 million. And I'm looking at it as I never been on a losing team before, and then I also don't want to be a part of anything being rebuilt because I'm trying to win now. Even though I'm young, I'm trying to win now. Because being around people like Calais, who's trying to win in a late stage of his career, and all the other guys that I played with, this is not something that I would really want to do. So I'm really just trying to win right now, get that out of the way, and just get paid later.
Queen is one of the guys who has chosen to represent himself, and he's got every right to do that. Now, when he says that he had teams offering $17 million, the reaction that some will say is, well, name the teams, because no one, in the opinion of some around the league, was offering Patrick Queen $17 million a year. And if they were offering $17 million a year and it was real, you probably should have taken it, because the way his deal's structured with the Steelers, it's basically a one-year deal, and then the team will decide after this year whether they're going to continue into 2025. There's a $6.5 million roster bonus due early in the 2025 calendar. So it's 1 year, and the only guarantees are the first year. Then the Steelers have to decide whether or not to pay him $6.5 to unlock year 2, and then it's 2.25 or thereabouts to unlock year 3. Just do a one-year deal. Go win, and then hit the market again if you're going to give the team the full authority to decide whether or not they're going to continue the contract. It's a one-way street. So anyway, it's an interesting conversation. How much would you really give up to go try to win? But when you look at the contract itself, just do a one-year deal with the Steelers if that's the case, because if you win this year and then you want to go get paid, you can go get paid next year.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I hear your logic all the way there. I will say that, maybe I was definitely one of those who was a little surprised that the number wasn't a little bit bigger for Patrick Queen. I didn't expect it to be huge, right? Last year was his year. That's the best year of football Patrick Queen had in his career. So, I think there was still a people in the NFL of wait, was this just a contract year thing, or are we going to get this on a consistent basis? I'm never going to be mad at a player for taking a little bit more long-term security, even though this isn't exactly like you're explaining, not the perfect way to do long-term security here, right? But also, I'm not going to be mad at a player for going to a place he likes, being a part of the culture, and I think it's also the magic of Mike Tomlin a little bit and what he can get there and recruit there into Pittsburgh. I think it's all part of the equation. But, yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Mike, in that if the gap was that much, 3 to 4 per year, that's a lot, for a guy of Patrick Queen's standing. It's one thing if you're, Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers and you've made, $200 million already, and then you want to go, wait, I could take 3 or 4 million less a year. But, it's rare to see a guy in his situation do that.
It's a 3-year, $41 million deal. That's an average of $13.66 million. So, if he could have gotten 17, you're talking about $3.5 million more. But the only guarantee is this year, $13.84 million, first year, fully guaranteed. Then the Steelers, and it's a big decision to make. They're going to have to cut him a check for $6.5 million. They have to make that decision just weeks after the season ends. They could kick him back into free agency. They could try to renegotiate the contract, or they can say, we're choosing to bring you back. I mean, if he has a phenomenal year, if he has an all-pro year, they look at that and say, hey, man, 13.5 for next year is pretty good.
Well, that's what I would say, to your point, and that's where again, I'm always in favor of the agent and anything like that. But, yes, again, this is a guy that's got, when he's playing his best football, right? And there was times last year, I have no problem. I think the world of Roquan Smith. I would say last year, Patrick Queen played better than Roquan Smith, right? His ability to play at a high level is up there with the people that are making top tier market type of money here, right? You look at a guy like for the Chicago Bears, Tremaine Edmonds making $18 million a year. Maybe Queen hasn't been as consistently good as him, but man, when Queen plays his best, I would go, he's better. So yeah, to me, again, that the agent thing, the contract, it is a little eye-opening there, and man, the Steelers might have lucked out in this one because I think he fits their their mojo, their aura, and they have been needing that middle linebacker ever since Ryan Shazier got hurt on that horrible night in Cincinnati. That's been a big part of their team and culture that's been missing.
I think the Ravens not picking up his fifth-year option was a major component, a driving force,
that people scared
of
it.
That season that he had.
Right.
But they didn't pick up the fifth-year option, so that's kind of like that's a little bit of a red flag. Like, hey, the Ravens know this guy.
Yeah.
Why would they not pick up his fifth-year option? Why would they not keep him? And then to have that big year with the extra chip on your shoulder, I could see that maybe causing some teams to say,
I'm not
hang
sure.
on.
Right.
Is he going to sustain what he did last year? And
yeah.
even though it's a 3-year contract, again, it's a 1-year commitment by the Steelers. And if he doesn't get it done to the level that they deem satisfactory, he's going to be released by the Steelers before that $6.5 million becomes due next March. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.